Yo, what up, Street Talk, Street God, Street Vlogs? Welcome to the house. Alright, some thoughts. Street photographer lifestyle. So, the goal is to become independent, free street photographer, powered by bitcoins, BitTogs, right? So, what is the street photographer lifestyle? I mean, ideally you'd be walking around like 12 hours a day, get your 80,000 steps in a day, whatever, right? And it's funny because it's not like exercise or whatever, wear the view from 5 finger shoes. It's kind of like just like walking around and being in the city. Phnom Penh is definitely a street photographer's paradise. If you want to embrace the street photography lifestyle, live in a city which allows you maximum walking and mobility. And the thing that's great about Phnom Penh is it's a relatively small city. You can walk anywhere in like 25-30 minutes. And it becomes a funny thing in which walking then becomes a new privilege, whereas being stuck in a car is the new punishment, right? And I think the greatest joy of just street photography is like being part of the world. So, you know, happiness is not Apple Vision Pro strapped into a flashlight that's Bluetooth enabled, right? It's like you want to be out in the real world and interact and just like look at stuff, right? And yeah, like there's like so much great things to see in the world, and it's so much more fun when you're just kind of out and about. And okay, so the question is, why is this not more popular? I mean, I think it's all about modernity. Is that people always think that being stuck in a car is more joyful, but actually the truth is, to be stuck in a car is like the worst punishment. It's much more fun to, like walk around and shoot pictures and stuff like that, right? And even shout out to my best friend Richard Reed, the best photographers are actually the ones who are most curious, most childlike, and not restrained by limits. And I think especially in the brave new world of AI, there's really like no more, how do I say this? So I've been playing with ChatGPT 03, and it actually, like, I'll make the controversial claim, it is more creative and interesting than me. And so this makes people feel uncomfortable, because then people are like, oh, then what's going to be the point of humans, blah, blah, right? And so then my thought is, the purpose of the human is to curate, to, they use the word prompt engineer, the prompt artist, the prompt entrepreneur, and it's just more about having the skills to know what tools in which situation. And my generalized thoughts is, in creativity and art, there's too much notion of cheating, but it's like, y'all like still stuck in like, I don't know, the 90s, right? It's like Ye says, right? Mentally's chicas still be in high school. Since the pink backpack, they never like you, right? Pink ass polo with the backpack. You want to make real rap back, right? So there's no such a cheating. It's like, and like, honestly at this point with Chad and, Grok, the interwebs, like nobody cares. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about your Instagram account. 90% of the internet is bots. And as a consequence, the new reality is everything is auto-telic. You should and you must do things for the sake of it, right? So for example, the only, my thought is at this point, ChatGPT writes faster than me, more creatively than me, and actually is more interesting than me. But I still like to write because I enjoy it. I like to lift weights because it's fun. I like to walk because it's fun. I like to shoot photos because it's fun. And yeah, we just gotta be like a kid. Kids do stuff for autotelic reasons because they're fun. Life should be like a game, and life should be fun. And I think the reason why I believe in Bitcoin so much is 99.9% of the objections, I'll just say 100%. 100% of the objections of living this 100% street photography forward lifestyle is the monetary one, right? It's like, how do I make money from photography, blah, blah, right? But they say you don't need to know more because you got Bitcoins. Like, it's like a big deal. But then people also kind of get stuck into this cage of thinking, oh, I need to be legitimate by making money from my passion. But I'm like it's fine if you do, but it's not like a legit, like, once again, like, nobody cares about legitimacy no more. Nobody cares about it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Even ChatGPT doesn't care, right? And so maybe the future of humans is that, like, we are care bots. Like, we decide what to care for, we decide what not to care for, because it's kind of insane at this point. The rate in which information flows, it's so fast, it's so hyper, it's so ultra, that, like, even if you had 1 trillion hours a day, you still wouldn't have enough time to just read everything on the internet and stuff like that. So then the double whammy is AI then becomes a generation machine, but also a curation machine. I think I've been doing is, with anything Bitcoin related, not going on X, but instead just using chat or Grok to deep search the webs. And this becomes more, like, it's not always good and accurate and great, but at least it's more efficient than opening up like 20 tabs and scrolling through a bunch of stuff, right? And honestly, at the end of the day, people care more about your personal opinion rather than what everyone else thinks. Wow, Cambodia is very hot. Shout out to my friend Matthias L. There's no such thing as bad clothing, no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. This is both for the hot weather and the cold weather. Merino wool, outlier.nyc, or linen, 100% linen, makes the most sense. Put on some sunblock. And yeah, so my thought about happiness is walking 50,000 steps a day. Happiness is not being stuck in traffic. It's all via negativa.